Hello students, now in unit number 3, that is laws of motion. Now we discuss about the graphical representation of the applied force and the force of friction with the help of such graph. So in that graph, when the force is acting on the body, then the force of friction will also be acting, and that is called static friction. So when the force of friction is acting here in terms of the static friction, as well as we have to increase the external force acting on the body, this static friction acting on the body will also be increased, that is acting opposite direction to the motion of the body. It means whenever we increase the external force, in the same proportion the static friction is also increased, and a condition is reached when the external force, magnitude of external force is equal to the force of friction acting on the body, that is the maximum static force, and it is called as a limiting force of friction. So OA graph representing here the proportional ratio of the static friction with respect to the applied force on the body, and this A point, when we draw a horizontal line that is cut the y-axis at E, it gives the magnitude of the limiting force of friction acting on the body, and it is counterbalance this amount. The graph, when we draw the vertical line, cut the x-axis at D, so that OD, that is equal to the applied force acting on the body. So this applied force up to the point D, that is directly proportional to the limiting force of friction, that is equal to the magnitude of OE on the OY axis. So this is the maximum limiting force of friction. Now when the slightly more force is acting on the body, then the graph will come from A point to B point, and in that situation the body just slide, and after sliding the body will come in motion, and the BC graph represent the motion of the body. So in that situation the kinetic friction is acting, because from when the body will come in motion, the body is rolling on the surface, and this BC graph represent the kinetic friction that is acting opposite to the direction of the motion of the body. So the OA graph, that is represent the relation between the applied force and the static friction. The point A gives the limit of the limiting force of friction with respect to the applied force. So from graph A to B, in this situation the body is sliding slightly, and after that it will come in motion. So this graph shows that the rolling friction is always slightly less than the sliding friction. It means here the limiting force of friction is maximum as compared to the kinetic friction. So this is the relation between the limiting force of friction, applied force, and the kinetic friction, that can be represented by this following graph. Now after that we have to discuss here about the laws of friction. Now first laws of friction is the direction of the force of limiting friction, that is always opposite to the direction in which the motion takes place. So when the body will come in motion, so that force of friction in terms of the limiting force of friction is always acting opposite to the direction of the motion. This is the laws number 1, and the laws number 2 is the force of friction acts tangentially along the surface of contact of the two bodies. Means when we have to draw the line of action of the force of friction, that can be denoted by drawing a tangent line on the surface, and that tangent line gives the direction of the force of friction acting on the body, that is always acting opposite to the direction of motion of the body. Now this is the rule number 2. Now laws of the friction, that is number 3. The limiting force of friction is always directly proportional to the normal reaction. Means when the force of friction is acting, so weight of the body is acting in the downward direction, means towards the center of the surface of the earth. So just opposite to that, a normal reaction is acting. So magnitude of the normal reaction and the applied force, that is the force of friction here, which is counterbalanced with the applied force. So in that situation, the limiting force of friction is directly proportional to the normal reaction acting on the body in the upward direction. Now the rule number 4 is the force of limiting friction is independent the area of surface of contact of the two bodies. So when the one body is sliding over the another body, maybe one body is moving on the another body, it means what will be the area of contact of these two bodies. So on that particular area, the force of friction will not be depend. It means it is independent of the area of the surface of contact of the two bodies. But it is depend, means limiting force of friction according to rule number 5 depends on the nature of the surface. Nature of the surface means the surface may be smooth, the surface may be rough. So it is depend on the nature of that surface. So it is depend on the nature of the surface, but it is independent of the area of contact of the surfaces of the two bodies, and it is directly proportional to the normal reaction. These 3 rules are most important, and first 2 rules gives the magnitude as well as the direction. So these are the 5 rules of the laws of friction, and I hope that you have to understand. And after that, the next part we will discuss in the next video. Okay, thank you very much.